Assalamualaikum dan selamat sejahtera. Okey, hari ini walaupun tak ramai tapi hari ini adalah resesi kali ke-81. So, okey, saya perkenalkan Puan Norhafsah Hamid. Beliau merupakan seorang penulis dan buku-buku tu sebenarnya ada 6 buku. Tapi yang satu buku tu beliau kata dah tak ada stok. Aku bukan penulis. Tak ada stok, dalam rumah pun dah tak ada stok dah. Okey, tanpa buang masa kita terus kepada beliau lah untuk memberi ulasan.
Terima kasih Jaya. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Alhamdulillah. Thank you for inviting me. Second time datang sini. First time I think 2-3 tahun lepas kot. Masa tu it was sama tapi but I think it's a different type of program, bukan FB live. So alhamdulillah hari ni I've been asked to speak about my latest book, which is Letters to God. This is buku my yang ke-6. Alhamdulillah. Letters to God ni is actually a prequel of Heaven Sent. Heaven Sent ni merupakan satu novel Islamik. It's a story about the life of a girl, okay, born Muslim, and then the problem yang dia face and everything. So Letters to God ni is the character, one of the character dalam buku Heaven Sent tu sendiri. The character tu, which is Sarah, she's in her 20s, studying abroad. So you know, bila a single girl study abroad, banyaklah problems, kan? Especially if you're a Muslim in Western countries, there's a lot of challenges. Banyak soalan, banyaklah problem. So for her, she's very introvert. Sarah ni very introvert. Dia suka sendiri, you know. She prefers her own company, and she's a bookworm. So for her, happiness is to be surrounded by books. Macam cerita Beauty and the Beast tu kan? Can you see all those library dengan the rolling ladder tu? Oh, that one is here macam heaven lah for her and for me. So Sarah ni bila dia ada masalah tu, she finds it very difficult to talk to anybody. One is because of her being an introvert. Secondly is because dia rasa dia tak boleh nak trust anybody. Dia takut apa-apa yang dia cerita ke orang tu, it will be cerita balik, kan? The trust tu tak ada. So because of that, she decided to write letters to God, to Allah. You know, whatever dia rasa, whatever problem, diluahkanlah, dia tulis. And because she feels that tak semestinya kita kena berbicara, we talk to God dalam solat saja. Orang kata doa tu is when you talk to God. Tapi actually tak semestinya. You can actually talk to God at any time because He is Asami, kan, which is all hearing. So this book is basically about that. It's like you can talk to God anytime. It doesn't mean masa solat you duduk pun you can still talk to God. Betul tak? If when you're driving also you can talk to God. In fact, doa pun you boleh doa at any time. Tak semestinya masa dalam solat saja. So this is what the book is about, and her obstacles and how she tries to, overcome. And dalam buku ni, what I've done is I have actually every chapter I put in doa dalam Quran and Hadis. So these are the two sources. So all the doa-doa yang dalam buku ni is, some of the doa tu is like doa daripada Prophet, in fact. So you can find it dalam Quran and Hadis and everything like that. So these are one of the doa that's some of the doa that's actually highly encouraged lah. So that's what I've done in the book lah. Tapi kalau cerita banyak-banyak ada, I'm actually telling you about the whole book. Tak baca.
Secara ringkas lah, secara ringkas mungkin.
Tu ringkas lah tu.
Sudah boleh soalan tak ni?
Boleh buat kan?
When you say that it's a sequel from Heaven Sent, it means that you are expanding the same character, Sarah.
Yes.
So how is Letters to God different from Heaven Sent? Heaven Sent is novel.
Heaven Sent is novel.
Letters to God is collection of anecdotes, short stories. How you the composition?
Okay. Heaven Sent is I will put it. Heaven Sent is it's a big story. Now, Letters to God is zooming in into Sarah and her inner thoughts. So it's every day, almost every day, it's her thoughts, her problem that she wants to let out, tapi dia tak boleh nak actually let out to one person. So it's her private thoughts lah. So it's more deeper into her character and the type of person that she is. Because if you were to read Heaven Sent, you boleh tahu, tapi you half of the time you tak adalah go deeper into her thought because ada karakter-karakter yang lain. So Letters to God ni is about her saja, and dia akan cerita from her eyes what happened dalam Heaven Sent ni from her view lah. Because sometimes
how many letters altogether?
Kita buat chapter ya.
Estimated?
20 plus.
20 plus. So those letters, they are not interrelated. They are separate stories altogether.
They are
Corresponding to
interrelated in
certain
terms
circumstances.
of subjects.
Okay.
Because certain characters tu memang you will find 2 or 3 times being mentioned. 26 letters. And certain chapters tu is like on its own lah. Because cerita dia senang je. Bila dia pergi, when she goes for lectures ke apa-apa, dia cerita. Ataupun bila dia ada problem, ada somebody ask her about Islam, dia cerita. She also cerita to God that her trying to be a better Muslim, macam mana she struggle nak baca Quran, things like yang memang daily, everyday that normal Muslim go through. So dia ngadu kat Tuhan. Susah benda ni, dia kata. Benda susah. And at the same time she will make doa, said, please grant me the strength, guide me. It's macam private inner thoughts. Dia saja. That's the difference.
It's not a typical writing style. I'm not criticizing. I'm trying to explore your style because it seems to me like when you're writing Letters to God, you don't have your writers at the back of your mind. Sorry, your readers. What I mean by saying that is normally a novelist, they will stay along the same template, writing a novel. Letters to God is not. So I'm not sure when you decided to write Letters to God, whether you have your readers in your mind. Because normally we respond to feedbacks from our readers. So novel readers, they would want to know what's next. So you break away from that template because now you are telling anecdotes, circumstances. I'm not sure whether there still exists a storyboard because I have not had a hold of the book itself, so I'm not being fair to you. So the question is more like trying to understand.
Okay, as a writer, all my books that I've written, I never base my writing on what people think or what people expect.
That's why I said you're not typical.
I'm not. I've never been typical. Even though I'm a lawyer, I never follow the law or the rules.
Same here. Don't worry.
I don't.
Been there, done that.
Because for me, writing, it goes back to intention. What was my intention to write? Because my first book, which is trying to be Muslim, is non-fiction. It's a personal journey. So that first book, when I wrote, was intention to share the knowledge and the journey that I went through. And the same intention still stays even when I was writing a novel. Because the first novel, which is Heaven Sent, is an Islamic novel. And the message that I wanted to push out was the Islamic values or the normal values that I find it lacking nowadays. So I find it, for me, is what I want to share out. So in the terms of letters, yes, it is different. It's not the same as to say the continuation bukan kan. But to me, it's like Letters to God is filling in the blanks. that you will find in Heaven Sent. So it goes together. It may not be the same, but it still goes together.
What's the biggest blank?
I'm telling you the secrets lah.
Itulah.
Kenalah Archer.
You can just skip that question. What kind of feedbacks do you get from your loyalists, loyal readers?
Don't stop writing.
Reason being, how do they describe your writing style?
So far, alhamdulillah, the messages that I get, the feedback is they can relate to my writing. The comment has never been about the style, or genre. Never. It's always been about the content. So my writing has always been about content. So yes, I know sometimes I get crazy in how I set it out or how I portray it out. But for me, it's always important is the content. And my readers respond to the content. Majority of them respond to the content. Adalah one or two, they say that they didn't like the style and stuff like that. But I'm very instinctive, I follow what I feel. For me, that's how I feel the book, I want it to come out like that, and I will, inshallah, I feel that it will be good, At the end of the day, if it's not well received, I still feel that I've done my best. Because it's difficult. If as a writer, if you rely on majority on the feedback of your readers, if you have like 1 million readers, you have 1 million view, and you go crazy just trying to please, 1% or 2%, and you might probably end up not pleasing anybody. And also it might actually have an effect on your work itself, because you're not writing for yourself, but you're writing for others. There's a big difference. For me personally. So I try to stay true to what I want to do and write. And the rest tu, for me, orang kata tawakal lah.
You stick with the same publisher? Or you self-publish?
Oh no. The first 4 is the same publisher. Letters to God is with Iman Publication, alhamdulillah. And the Malay one, which is not here, is also with a different publisher.
Boleh pula aku je tanya. Apa banyak soalan?
Kalau macam study dekat luar negara ni, macam selalunya sebab saya tak ada pengalaman study dekat luar negara, jadi saya nak tanyalah kalau macam perkara yang kita anggap remeh atau kecil apabila study di Malaysia, lepas tu kalau study di luar negara, perkara tu jadi macam besar atau susah. Adakah Sarah dalam novel tu merasai perasaan tu?
Yes. To give an example, macam kalau kat Malaysia ni kan, you would say that the surroundings semua memang Islamic. You've got Islamic vibes, you ada masuk waktu, you ada azan, and then you see a lot of Muslim dengan tudung, stuff like that. So the Islamic atmosphere tu ada. But tapi if you travel abroad, katalah macam kat UK, you won't see that. You won't get that unless you are in a certain area yang mana kebanyakannya orang yang duduk situ tu is Muslim, So that is when you akan terasa, you have to become suddenly vigilant. Oh, dah masuk waktu, because you cannot rely on azan. So you kena check, sekarang waktu-waktu, and then dia punya waktu is not like everyday. Kita ni pukul 1 lebih tu okay lah, you gauge lah, dah tahu lari pun 1-2 minit je. But kat sana, winter lain, summer lain, And then sometimes bila masuk waktu tu, you find that you are stuck in a class. And especially winter, where Zohor dengan Asar tu memang very close. And you find that masuk Zohor, you're in class. By the time Zohor habis, masuk Asar, you're still in class. So what do you do? Things like that. Yang kita kat sini, kita tak pandai nak ambil tahu. And then especially macam for Muslim tu kelonggaran, rukhsah kan they call it. Semayang tu yang kita boleh gabungkan ataupun kita boleh pendekkan. Bila kat Malaysia ni jarang lah, because even kita travel pun kita ada R&R, so you can always stop, But kat sana dalam kelas, you stop? How do you go out from the class? What do you do? So these are the things that's just being raised lah. And also for ladies, kan? Some of the certain parts of UK, they don't understand about hijab tau. I mean, now it's different lah because internet is I think it's a wonderful thing. At the touch of a finger, everything comes out kan. So dia boleh lah Google. But at that time, Islam was not well known. Jadi orang yang pakai tudung tu, to some tu, dia orang kata it's just a headgear, macam turban. And some of the people from Kenya pun, they have that turban kind of thing. So they thought that Malaysia pun sama. Because there are some Muslim nation yang tak pakai. And there's some Muslim nation yang pakai. So question like that, you get thrown to you. Kenapa dia tak pakai walaupun dia Muslim? So you find yourself being asked a lot of questions by those non-Muslim. And also at the same time, you find yourself unable to answer those questions because these are the things that you take for granted and you never bother to find out the answers. So these are the issues that I try to put in my book. Simple thing yang everyday, macam kenapa kita semayang, kenapa kita kena baca Quran. It's kita as Muslim, but why? There's always an answer to every question.
So in your opinion lah, macam should every Malaysian Muslim student yang nak belajar luar negara tu, should they prepare themselves?
Yes.
Especially, macam atau macam memang benda tu wajib, tapi macam they should be reminded sebelum keluar negara.
Honestly, not just luar negara, dalam Malaysia sendiri. Kalau if a non-Muslim friend were to ask you, kenapa you semayang? And we have bila kita semayang, we have our movement, sujud, kita ada rukuk. So kalau your non-Muslim friend tanya, kenapa you buat benda-benda macam ni? How are you going to answer that? I mean, the simplest answer is because that's how Prophet prays. So I follow, I'm a Muslim. It's been taught to me. That is an easy answer. But you try to explain that to non-Muslim. You think that the answer tu memang acceptable tak? Dia faham tak? Because if you tell it to another Muslim, I semayang because I'm Muslim, daripada kecil. Semayang tu wajib. Yes, they might understand. Tapi non-Muslim, they don't. Because something is different. So benda simple macam tu, kenapa? Why is our body have to sujud, rukuk, and like that? These are the things yang bila as a Muslim, when you belajar pasal Islam, you need to go back to the basic, to the root. Benda-benda simple, kenapa certain movement, kenapa kita puasa. Yes, dalil-dalil dia ada, wajib. Yes, but there's also another explanation of it. Kenapa? Like for example, if I were to go back to semayang tu, I asked the same question when I had to relearn Islam balik. My biggest problem masa tu was solat. I didn't understand why I had to. Dia kata, oh wajib. But why? Kenapa? Dia kata communication between you and God. Yes, kalau communication, I'm sitting down, I can talk to God. What's the problem? Why do I have to sujud? Why that specific movement? Then when I asked another ustaz, I thought, because that's how Prophet prays. Yes, I understand, but why do your body have to move? So until I kept on asking, and finally I found the answer. And funny enough, that the person who answered my question too is not an ustaz. Tapi he's well read, And he just told me, simple aja. Dia kata, okay, now your body, your hand, your eyes and everything is all created by God. So it's God's creation. So the whole thing is God's creation. You are controlling your body, your hand, your toes and stuff like that. So kalau you tak semayang, the rest of the body pun tak semayang. But don't you think that your tangan, your muka, your badan, your kaki has the right to sujud, and to worship its creator. Your hand can't do it on its own. Katalah you tak nak semayang, your hand cannot break away from you in solat. You are controlling your hand, because there is a surah in the Quran that come akhirat nanti, all your body parts will actually speak and give testimony against you. So this guy kata, kalau you tak semayang, your hand will actually complain to God, say that I tak semayang, I didn't worship you because I didn't semayang. You know. And to me, that makes sense. That makes sense. The reason that my movement sujud is so that my body, tangan semua, is given its right to worship its creator. You know. So benda tu yang kita tak fikirkan. Kita tak fikir. Betul. So when I heard that, okay, I get it. Now, okay, I go do it. You know, one is because I takut lah nanti akhirat nanti kan memang kena complain kan, like mata telinga banyak, you know, and the fear lah. But also it's something that I can terima, you know, because you're not talking about just non-Muslim, even Muslim pun, for those yang baru nak belajar, tak pernah practice, there are certain things that it must appeal to their logic. Memang not all you can actually explain the logic, tapi dia sometimes ada certain things yang dia nak faham, you know, so that they can understand better. When you understand something better, you appreciate things better, and the willingness to buat tu ada. Daripada kalau you ikut, you tak faham, after a while, boring lah, bosan lah, tinggal lah benda ni, tak. So bila you faham benda tu, okay, I'm doing this because of this, okay lah, kita buat lah. So I thought it's bukannya nak suruh, you know, belajar jadi macam scholars yang tinggi-tinggi tu. It's just that benda-benda basic ni sometimes we need to know more, you know, so that kita sendiri faham kenapa kita buat ni. Like kita tutup aurat, kenapa kita tutup aurat? Apa aurat tu sebenarnya? Things like that.
Itulah yang jawapan saya kepada.
Yes, dalam buku tu it's just that lah orang tanya kenapa. Because you get question like, so you're a Muslim, she's a Muslim, why is she not covering her head? Then you nak jawab apa? You know, because to the extent that you cannot be judgmental. There must be a reason kalau dia tak pakai tudung tu, yes, itu dengan tudung, dia dengan Tuhan, tapi she must have her own reason, which kita, we can't speculate. We shouldn't actually speculate. So, what do you answer? So there's a different way, macam like, I get that a lot masa I was studying. Why are you wearing this? Her hair is green, you know. So I will have to say that, look, it is compulsory, it is in the Quran, and then it's hadith that you need to cover your hair, but whether a person wants to follow that or not, it's up to them. You know, I can't speak for them. But for myself, I would like to follow. So for them, they all faham lah, macam they also, some of the Christians, they have Bible. Some follow, some don't. So when you put it in that concept, you know, then they get it. Dia orang tak adalah samakan, you know, like, oh, okay, then I understand. That's the concept of individuality.
Saya tanya, kenang-kenang buku yang Puan hasilkan, mana yang pembaca nakkan lebih, nak lebih daripada yang apa yang Puan hasilkan lah. And then itu soalan pertama. Kalau yang kedua, kebanyakan buku yang Puan hasilkan, mana yang memberi kesan kepada kehidupan Puan?
I would have to say my first book, Trying to be Muslim. Because it was like, for me it was quite difficult to write lah. Because it's very difficult for a born Muslim to mengaku yang dia bukan practicing, or dia tak tahu pasal Islam, baca Quran pun tak boleh, you know, because I think in Malaysia ni, kalau if you are a born Muslim, you're assumed to know a lot of things. But I think at that time when I was growing up, Islam was not as it is now. Sekarang ni memang well known, senang nak dapat information. Ustaz-ustaz pun, you know, you can get ceramah from YouTube. When I was growing up, we didn't have any of those. Internet tak ada. Books in English, I don't think so ada. Ada pun the books in bahasa, you know, I gave up trying to read. Memang tak faham. So, how do you belajar bahasa Islam? Kat sekolah. Tapi kat sekolah I tidur. That was like one source gone lah, you know. So it was a struggle for me. And then bila, you know, when you get caught in life, learning about Islam tu became, it wasn't even the back seat lah, it was in the boot. It wasn't important anymore. You didn't place any importance, you know. At the same time, you didn't know who to talk to, or where to get your material. Because the thing is like, there were many times, and dulu lah, when I tried to ask question to Ustaz, I get slammed down. When I ask a question to Ustazah, just because I'm not in hijab, I get judged. On things that I will get, you're going to go to hell completely. Then talk on your head. Kan? So even for me, you feel put off lah. Kenapa ni? I'm ignorant, but I'm trying to learn. But if you're being hostile about it, then I will stay away. So Alhamdulillah, it was many years of struggle for me. It was a few years struggle. Finally, I met people who were willing to, or patient enough to understand my situation and was patient enough to answer my question. So I mean, to some people probably seorang bodoh lah, like kenapa kita kena puasa, things like that. Tahan lapang dahaga, why? Doesn't make sense. Or like solat tadi lah, because I asked the same question. Tapi and bila diorang jawab, they didn't like immediately quote because Quran ayat ni kata ni. They didn't, because I know it's in the Quran, but you need to explain to me so that I can accept. And then Alhamdulillah, they actually explain. They explained to me satu. So my journey in relearning Islam started from there, step by step. So when I went for Hajj, which is in 2010, and I came back, I actually wrote a small note to my friends saying that, okay, you guys patut pergi sekarang kot, because of the condition and stuff like that. So a friend of mine said, why don't you write a book? We know that your struggle in trying to relearn about Islam, and they believe that there's a lot of people like me. Tapi malah nak tanya, because I'm memang muka tebal. After many years as a practicing lawyer, going to court every day, you develop thick skin. You tanya pun, you tak kisah orang whatever. But can answer my question. Betul later, but you answer my question first. So she said, why don't you write, and whatever question that you have asked, and the answer that you get, you share, because probably you might help others. So that's where I wrote my first book. And Alhamdulillah, after it was published, I got a lot of response, which is true what my friends said. Mostly they said they relate to the book, or one of the videos said that she felt that I was writing about her, because whatever I wrote, exactly that she felt. And some of them said thank you, because they were looking for their answers for a very, very long time. Sampai ada yang nak give up. But when they read the book, it makes sense to them, so they see hope, or they see light at the end of the tunnel to also continue belajar. I think for me is that the best ever was I had a writer who wrote in and told me that she's a non-Muslim. She wrote in, she said she read my book and she decided to embrace Islam. So for me that means a lot, which means that the intention to share too, Alhamdulillah. And from there, the readers asked me to write about, continue writing, because I write about everyday relatable things. Alhamdulillah. Can I answer your question? Okay.
Soalan bidayah tadi ada tu.
Okay, second one.
Satu, dia tanya buku mana yang paling besar penerimaannya dalam kalangan pembaca. Kemudian dalam kalangan 6 buku tu, buku mana yang you feel closer to you? I would say magnum opus lah. Which one do you consider your magnum opus? From your answer just now, it seems like the first book is answering both. The answer to both questions is actually the first book.
Yes.
Now, I would like to go back kepada symbolism di sebalik letters to God. Why letters? Because when you send a letter, you're expecting a reply. But when you pray, we pray to God. So when you send letters to someone, and now in this case it's a letter to God, pertaining to certain circumstances that you want to, perhaps maybe you want to exert yourself, you want to share, you rasa terbuku tak lepas, you want to tell that to God. In what way do you get the answer? What do you expect to get back from God by sending a letter? It would be different if you use the word pray, because you don't get answer to your prayer immediately. You know, the connotation, why letters? Kemudian, when you're writing a letter, the way how you answered the last two questions seems like you are trying to address issues. At the back of your mind, you have your readers. But now you're writing a letter to God. Jadi symbolismnya by saying you're sending a letter, what's the end in mind?
Actually, kan, different people have different way of expressing. Some people, they are very comfortable in doa. That's how they, whatever the buku, that's how they do it. Some people, they can't. They express themselves by writing. That's why you find that certain people, they keep a diary. To actually keluarkan daripada mulut tu susah. Tapi tangan tu bila bergerak different. It's another way of expressing. So macam Sarah ni, she's not vocal. For her, it's writing because she loves books. She loves books. So that is one of her way to actually communicate to God. But for her, she understands. I mean, like, it's not like you sending a book, you sending a letter to your friend, they will read and get balas balik. She understands that she will never get a reply in a letter from form from God. That she understands. Tapi when you talk about replying, how God replied, that is where you have to actually open up. We have to open our eyes because God replies to our dua or whatever in many, many ways. It could be in a way of sign. It could be like a slap in the face. It could be in a form of a person who actually comes and tell you the question that you have in mind. The person comes and just blab to you the answer. So that part Sarah understands. She's not expecting a letter, and whatever reply that she expects, it may come in many, many forms. But letters to God is not trying to portray the reply down. The letters of God is trying to actually tell people that there are other ways that you can talk to God, number one. Number two is like the expression, how you express yourself, And it's okay. It's not like kalau you tak doa, you tak dapat. No, it's not that rigid. Islam is not that rigid. And the fact that God is all seeing and all hearing, letting writers to God, sama lah macam you doa. And I also included in the book is that I've included the collections of dua and hadith from the Quran too, is all the dua that the previous prophet have actually made to Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. And in the hadith too is the collection of dua that prophet had actually made. So it's more of if you don't know what to ask, these are the dua that's been made previously by the prophets. That you can read and you can use when you make your dua. So I don't want to say like letters to God ni memang different lah, memang different. Tapi like I said lah, I always go with my gut feeling. I like it like that.
Okay, well, actually I googled your book just now, but I found a similar title to your book, Letters to God, which is a movie released in 2010.
Yes.
So did you get your inspiration to write this book after you watched the movie, or
honestly, I didn't know about the movie.
Oh, there's a movie with a similar title.
Letters to God ni memang how it came about is like it started with an idea. Always with the idea. So I used to write a diary. I used to. Until my sister found it, I said, that's it. Gone. Habis, secret semua gone. Bahaya. So, but then, but I had an idea, say, okay, some people write in the diary, but, you can also write to God. It may not be norm, tapi what's wrong with being different? So it started with an idea, I have that, and I have all because I wanted to also share the doa-doa dalam hadis and Quran, which I find it Sometimes you want to ask tapi you get tongue-tied. You tak tahu nak tanya. Okay, cakap dalam bahasa Arab ke, bahasa Melayu ke, bahasa Inggeris. You get that also. So you have this already, which you can actually apply. But it was in my head. It was not written down. Until the sisters from Iman approached me, kata sister, Norhafsah, can you write us a book? Do you have an idea for a book? I said, I have an idea. Can you write us a book? And then I was like, oh, I can try. Tapi ada deadline. And I was like, and the deadline is how long? 4 weeks. What? But it's in my head. I haven't even written a single sentence. Try lah. So I said, okay, I'm not making any promises. I will try. If at the end of the 4 weeks tu, ada manuscript, ada lah. Kalau tak ada, tak ada lah. The book next year, maybe, you know. Alhamdulillah, so I started, I sat down, I wrote, and within 4 weeks, we have letters to God. And honestly, I wasn't very comfortable with it because for all my books, I would write. The writing process normally is very fast. It takes me between 4 weeks to 6 weeks. But I normally sit on it, perap, you know, and ferment it for probably a few months. And I think I'm comfortable releasing it, then when I release.
Dia jadi tapai bu, sedap.
Yeah. Letters to God tak sempat.
Tapai ni kalau tak cukup masa ni tak sedap.
That's what I felt with letters to God lah. I tak sempat nak duduk pun. Lepas pula. Lepas tu bila nak tarik balik, dia orang tak bagi. You know. And then I was at the point that maybe it was a mistake. Tapi my husband kata, let it go. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. If it's not, then you learn from it. You know, if it's like, if it turns out bad, at least you've done it, you try, you know. If you want to try, you say what if, sampai kiamat apa, what if. So, let it go lah.
Orang kata bila buku tu dah diterbitkan, dia dah jadi milik pembaca, bukan milik penulisnya lagi.
Masa tu belum terbit lagi, belum kena edit lagi.
Itu Iman lah.
Cuma nak kita angkat.
I'm not structured. I'm more of a structured guy.
I see that.
I'm not really abstract. So Picasso dia abstract, tapi orang appreciate dia value sebab tu. Apa yang saya nak tanya ni mungkin dalam kerangka saya juga, and that's the challenge. So I wanted to understand where the letters coming from. You're using third party perspective though. You're talking about Sarah, but you're writing to God. And in that very same letter, you put ayat-ayat which is coming from God, telling it back to God. And you also include doa, whereby normally we pray by using those doa. So you are writing to God, but in your mind, you are thinking about your readers. Is that the case?
No. Like I said before, I'm a person who doesn't follow rules. I don't follow the rules of writing. That one went out the door from day one. You know, the Iman Publication said that, no, you can't do it. This is how it has to be done. You know, and I said, no, I want it to be done this way because this is my book. You know, I said, this is my story. It has to be how I want it to be. So if it doesn't follow any rules of writing, for me is tak apa. You know, let me face the consequences later. But I do not want to please anyone or any editor. You know, even to some extent, I'm not there to please the readers. You know, I want to share with them, not please them. So yeah, but ayat-ayat ni is not included in the letter per se. The doa-doa tu, you find in the book all the letters being done. At the end of it, the next page is where I actually put in the doa-doa. It's more of like, okay, this is the doa that is relatable to the situation Sarah had. You know, but it was not included in Sarah punya surat. So that's the difference. It's more of like, I think, giving an idea lah. Okay, this situation, sebenarnya the situation ada doa ni dalam Quran, ada doa ni dalam hadis. You know, for every situation actually ada doa there that you can actually use. So that's actually the purpose of how it's being laid out. So that's why you see it's always at the end of the page. It was never part of the letter, of the writing that she, that she wrote to God. I know you can't, you still can't grasp that.
Macam saya kata lah, Picasso dia tak ada structure, tapi dia big deal. Kan? So it's not about following norms atau tak. It's about how you make an impact lah. Ada orang yang memang apa dipanggil eccentric, so they make more impact rather than structured people.
My husband used that word eccentric for me.
To you.
To you.
No, you're not.
In actual
You're
fact,
not that eccentric.
you don't know me yet. But when he said eccentric, in actual fact, I know him now. When he said eccentric, tu maksudnya dia to some extent gila. But that's my husband lah kan. Tapi for me, it's just simply that I don't follow structure. As simple as that. My writing, I don't follow structure. So maybe some publisher might not think that my book is good from the structure punya or the genre punya ni. Maybe. And I admit, probably it cannot even fall into any category pun kalau you nak follow the writing rules semua. But that was never the intention. The intention has always been about the content.
Dia akan masuk kategori self-help.
Perhaps.
Macam La Tahzan, dia masuk kategori apa dekat Grab?
Islamic. Depending on which bookstore. Don't Be Sad kan?
Don't Be Sad.
Kalau Don't Be Sad, if you go to certain macam like Kino, you won't find it in self-help, you will find it un-Islamic.
Tapi hari ni kita tak ada masalah itu sebab kita dah ada internet. So it will go along your long tail description atau short tail description lah. So masalah itu sudah tidak wujud lagi. Cheat lead pun dah boleh jadi self-help sekarang.
Yeah, depending on the content. Again, it goes back to the content kan? So for me, it's all about content. I don't really care about rules actually. May not be a good thing, tapi basically I do what I want lah. And if the publisher can like,
Sebab Iman dia tak kisah.
ada jugalah, goes and back and forth. Akak, benda ni tak boleh jadi. No.
Sebab saya tanya tadi, who's the publisher?
Adalah, dia will like, suggestion. Akak, benda ni kena tak mau. Akak ni tak mau. But at the end of the day, because I think I explain why I want it like this. And then they see from where I'm coming from. And then, okay. There's always a reason why I do certain things. It may not conform, but there always a reason. So once they understand the reason, they was like, okay lah.
Kata tak boleh 20 minit lah. Now it's more than 20 minit. Dah ya. Ada lagi soalan?
Last word mungkin kalau nak dapatkan buku dan sebagainya.
Okay. All my books are available at Kinokuniya. Letters to God is available dekat MPH, and I think the rest pun ada dekat MPH. Dekat Iman Shop ada. Borders ada. And also available online. I believe online there are quite a few. But if anything, kalau tak ada, you can always go back to Iman. I know Iman carries a full set. InsyaAllah ada. Okay, sorry. Trying to be Muslim memang completely sold out. Completely sold out. Tak ada. Ibu belum ada lagi. Ibu ada satu je, which is 7%. Yang lain belum. I'm old school lah. I cannot read ibu, I tak nampak. I have to. I'm the type yang buka buku bau. Dah. I have to hold the book. Kalau tidak, ibu ni macam very disconnected, I rasa.
Kita nak buat ibu.
Ya.
Hello, okay. Okay, tak ada lagi pertanyaan. Okay, kita dah close. Nampaknya masa mencuburi kita lah. Okay, kita ucapkan terima kasih kepada Puan Norhafsah. Terima kasih kerana buku.
Terima kasih banyak-banyak. inviting me. Thank you for listening. Appreciate you all punya concentration and patience. Alhamdulillah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.